Had a little mishap. The sound didn't work for these first number of clips. But basically, I've already showed you how I built the gates when it welded up. Now I'm going to the back when I first set it up. And I've got here, I'm setting up the my chop saw to 45 degrees because that's what I need to cut it, because I'm going to angle them, butt them together and have 90 degrees. So one side's 45. And so I just go on each piece of pipe, cutting just the threads off so I have a full pipe to work with, and go from there. I angled the bench so I can have the pipe go into the barn, and I'm doing the cutting outside because it's a lot easier to clean than my garage floor, which is a mess already. I'm aligning the blade with the cut, and of course fastening it down. Parts get pretty hot after they're cutting, so that's got a rubber mat here and it just melts. I did work on the angles to make sure it was 90 degrees, and I've got the bottom piece right here, or the hinge side of the fence, and I'm measuring to make sure the horizontal piece matches, or the vertical piece is the same length, because I'm going to cut a number of them. This is the vertical piece I've got 2 other gates I'm making, so I'm cutting a total of 3 of these just for future use. But that's why I'm going to move and cut the other ones, and you don't need to see that. You don't want to see it. Just making sure they're all the same length. I'm bringing in the long ones to cut 45s on. Like I say, it's 2 per gate, and I got potentially 3 of them cut, so I'll go ahead and cut them 45s on the end, and I won't have to worry about it. These pipes are, they're actually just gas pipes, but they're 10 foot long. So I'm going to cut a 45 off each length, and I'll cut them to fit at a later date or a later time. We'll be doing the gate I'm working on here pretty soon. But I'm using the pipe stands to level up the pipe so it fits flat on the deck of the saw, so I have a good perpendicular measurement or surface, I guess. I tripped something. I lost power in the saw, and I'm not sure, but the cord doesn't have it, so it has to be the cord reel. It must have a reset on it, but I couldn't find it, so I just plugged it into another source. Started to rain, so I need to kind of pull everything in the barn, in my workshop or whatever. I finished cutting all the angles Now I just have to cut the straight pieces to length. I've got to cut the pipes to length for the gate on the long side, and that's what I'm going to be doing here. I set the grinder or cutoff wheel 45 or at 90 degrees, and I squared it up with the saw. Got this thing so it's flat on the deck. I did the other ones. A bit more up. Yeah, found the reset on the reel that I tripped out yesterday, whenever it was. Rather than measure, put them side by side, mash that in. Okay, those are done. Whoa, that's loud. I had a little change in plans, which of course makes more work for me. This gate might be the only gate that we actually have kind of animals in. Well, I don't know, maybe somebody one day off the front. What was I going to say? So I need to make this longer. And that is painting. I got where's my side piece. I made this post longer as compared to the other gates, which are this long. And the reason for that is, you saw the other gate, it's not quite as low for stock that I would want it to be. No, I have a tape measure here. Ah, dang it. So what I'm going to do is got to think about this. That's the bottom. Yeah, that's the bottom. So anyway, I got to make it a total of 38 inches as compared to this one, which is 34. So that's 4 inches. Let's see. If I cut up the thread, it's going to be too short. So, two things I can do. I can cut it 4-inch piece, sleeve it in, which I think I'll do. As I was cutting that, it changed my mind on how I'm going to do this. I only want one splice. So this is going to grow 4 inches. So I'll cut this off. What temperature? What do you call this thing? Measure. It doesn't matter where I cut this. This is what matters, where I cut it. Yeah, I'm going to weld these together, and I wanted something to hold them straight. So I wanted a piece of 3/4 inch pipe, but I'm going to have to use this tubing because I don't have any 3/4 inch pipe, and this will do a good job. Ouch. Get in there. Still got a little play in it. Oh, dang it. But I can rotate these curves to make sure they're right. And I'll get a piece of angle iron, cut about this long, and set it in there, and that should balance it up. Okay, I think I'm done with the saw, unless I screw something else up. Now I'll get everything ready to weld up, or tack anyway. I need to get a long level. Whoop. I need to grind these ends off. .38, so let's see what the inside is.
35 and a half. That's 35 and a half, right? 35 and a half. If I can tack this, I'm going to have to do that, I think. Kind of position it. Just so everything's straight. Okay. That's that. Pretty straight. Let's try this one. And again, I'm just getting these corners when I do the leveling. Measure and level and everything else. Where's my other washer?
Checking to make sure it's 90 degrees, going back and forth and measuring and tacking and measuring again and verifying and do the same stuff for all four corners. Did have one of the gussets that I tacked in and it wasn't square, so I had to cut it out, redo it, and it worked out better. So that's why you tack, is because you need to verify, verify, verify.
These are the gussets, finished gussets, and I just cut them out of a piece like this. So I'm going to go ahead and got one more set to do. Getting a little warm on my belly. "90 degrees. Got to grind them down, clean them up a little bit. Another set. Ow! Still hot. Okay, that's how I make the gusset. Last night I was out here, ground these things down. They're supposed to be 5/8, which should fit inside of this 1/2-inch pipe. But they galvanize it after the sizing, so it's too big, the galvanized coating. Plus, I think it's not right. So I have to do this to make it work. I think I got that pretty good. Got them both. Then I need to do something too. I need to find a pin, which I don't know. Yeah, that's the only one I got. I need to grind this, get the galvanized coating off. So it doesn't stink and kill me and stuff. Okay, that should wrap it up. Put these on the floor, so in case I need them. Got to get this mess cleaned up so I can put it on both sides. Now I just need to weld it out, and you've seen that before, so I'll weld it out, put in the grating just like I did on the other fence. And this one is 4 inches longer, so it'll go down a little shorter. This is maybe the only area that actually have animals in, and I'm going to make it a little harder for them to crawl underneath it. So anyway, that's about it. So I'm going to weld it out, and then I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to paint it. Oh, put the webbing on, or the pig fence on, and then paint it. And another one bites the dust. Got it all welded up. Got it painted. It's a mess in here. I have to clean it up. But I did drill the holes in the post, and I would have hung it, except for it's really raining. So maybe tomorrow I'll hang it. Gates on. It's level. It's plumb. Let me put the wood away. So the only thing I got left to do is I need to put some kind of latch on this. And actually move this thing. Did it. Okay. That's done. This whole fence line is done. Kind of done. The only thing I have to do is I have to put the finish on, and I'll do that in a quick video to follow, because I got a bunch of other stuff to do. But let me show you what I did on the post. The majority on the posts on the whole fence are set in concrete. Hole was dug and set totally in concrete. This, from roughly the gate up to the, from one gate to the other gate, was I'm a little tired, was pounded in. And I didn't get any pictures. I wish I got pictures of those, but anyway, they were still a little wobbly, and I think I've showed you on some of the deals. So this is what I did. I came back and dug best I could, maybe a foot. So concrete's here. It's not totally in concrete, but a pretty good amount. And then I take the dirt back in. Let me get that rock. a hole from the old fence post. I just sit it in there and let it we've been fortunate and had some rain the last few days, which has really helped the grass. So that's it. So all these posts, with the exception of the last two, are concrete encased. Again, there's my fence. Got some wobbles, ripples, but it's pretty good and firm. And then I got my little gate. The gate is level. And this is, you never know when you're going to need to get from one pasture to the other. This is, I always intended to put this on in case need to move livestock or something between properties. This, the man gate over there is because of our neighbors and their little kids, so they can come and see us anytime. Didn't want to restrict that. Okay, so on this fence, like I said, I just gotta finish it. I mean, put floor wax on actually, and because we're commercial floor wax, and then fence is done. I'll do a recap of the front since I did it a different way than this, but I'll do that maybe next week. So that's it for the fence. I'm not going to do any more on the fence with the exception of maybe finishing it and a recap of how I did the front. So I'm done. Thanks. Have a good one.